Have we ever stopped to think about what it really takes to care for our elderly with compassion, without emptying our wallets? Is there a way to provide meaningful support that honors their dignity and independence? In this video, we'll explore the inspiring journeys of 3 seniors who have discovered affordable, creative ways to age with joy and resilience. How did they build supportive communities, strengthen family connections, and adapt their lifestyles for lasting fulfillment? Join us to uncover the power of these simple yet transformative choices. Let's celebrate the strength and wisdom of our elders. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to be part of this movement dedicated to lives well lived. Let's start with the experience of Grandpa Hope, 75 years old. As we reach our 70s, life takes on a new rhythm, one that may prompt us to consider various living arrangements. Grandpa Hope, now 75, has been through this journey, facing both the challenges of nursing home life and hiring a caregiver. When we don't have the financial luxury of high pensions, these options can feel overwhelming and impractical. After losing his wife over 5 years ago, Grandpa Hope decided to hire a caregiver, partly encouraged by his children, who were concerned about his well-being. The caregiver was well-meaning, but didn't meet his needs. Her cooking lacked the warmth of a homemade meal, and her attention often drifted to her phone or TV. This experience was a turning point. For over $2,000 a month, he realized he wanted more than just a presence in his home. He wanted real care, a connection, and someone who would add comfort to his daily life. The nursing home suggestion soon followed, a choice many of us consider as we age. The prospect promised stability, a network of caregivers, and scheduled activities. But once inside, Grandpa Hope found himself in an environment that felt restrictive and at times emotionally draining. With rules that governed each aspect of daily life and the constant reminder of fragility through the frequent passing of other residents, he felt a weight he wasn't prepared to carry. Nursing homes today may offer comfort and a sense of security, but for some, they can lack the familiarity and warmth of a true home. After just a month, Grandpa Hope realized this life wasn't for him either. He left, understanding that staying somewhere out of fear of aging alone was not a fulfilling way to spend his golden years. Even with his children offering to take turns caring for him, he recognized that dependence on them came with its own challenges. Although family support is invaluable, the experience of living in someone else's home can feel isolating. We can find ourselves out of place, surrounded by our loved ones' schedules and routines rather than our own. For Grandpa Hope, this situation came with a sense of burden, an unease that crept in during quiet moments. While his children were kind and loving, he felt that self-reliance would give him greater freedom and peace. This realization marked the start of his journey toward true independence. Embracing his independence meant making changes, and for Grandpa Hope, it began with cooking. Learning to cook again became a source of pride, a skill that empowered him daily. From simple breakfasts to balanced dinners, he found satisfaction in nourishing himself. He even embraced Tai Chi, joining a local group where other seniors met each morning to stretch, meditate, and move. It wasn't just exercise, it was a shared space of laughter, a chance to connect over coffee afterward, and a way to break the isolation that can come with aging. This group has become a small family, and for Grandpa Hope, it has replaced the caregiver and nursing home with something far richer. Our shared support is invaluable, and Grandpa Hope's story shows the power of community. His Tai Chi group has now grown to nearly 20 members, a blend of old friends and new faces. Each day they check in on each other, providing help when needed, whether it's a grocery run or an errand. These acts of kindness come from genuine care, not obligation. And the small fees they offer each other for help are affordable, realistic, and help them maintain dignity. Unlike professional caregivers, they know each other's needs, routines, and personalities, things that deepen their bond and offer true comfort. He also gives us 5 things he's learned that can help us age with more grace, peace, and independence. 1. Cultivate a routine that brings joy. A steady routine is grounding, especially in our later years. Try to make space each day for something that brings you joy, like a morning walk, reading, or tending to a small garden. It keeps the day structured and gives us something to look forward to. 2. Stay social in small ways. Staying connected is vital, even if it's just a few regular calls or small gatherings with friends. Our relationships keep us connected to the world around us, lifting our spirits and helping us feel seen. The warmth of companionship is priceless, whether it's meeting for tea or simply chatting with a neighbor. 3. Prioritize your health. Taking care of our health doesn't have to be complicated. Simple habits, staying hydrated, eating balanced meals, and getting a bit of exercise can make a huge difference. Movement like gentle stretching or even joining a Tai Chi group can keep us feeling capable, active, and steady on our feet. 4. Find purpose in helping others. Giving back, even in small ways, brings fulfillment and purpose to our lives. Whether it's helping a friend with an errand, cooking a meal, or sharing advice with younger generations, our knowledge and experience are valuable. When we lift each other up, we feel enriched and connected. 5. Embrace each day with a positive mindset. Aging can be challenging, but keeping a positive outlook helps us enjoy each day more fully. Focus on what you can do rather than what you can't. Celebrate small achievements and don't dwell on worries too long. When we approach each day with gratitude, we find that life still has so much to offer. Let's try to do 1. Daily morning gratitude practice activity. Start each morning by listing 3 things you're grateful for. Focus on simple pleasures, perhaps the warmth of the sun, a cozy bed, or a delicious breakfast. Time, 5 to 10 minutes. Frequency, every morning. Purpose. Beginning the day with gratitude helps frame the day positively, shifting attention from challenges to blessings, fostering a mindset of appreciation. 2. Afternoon can-do reflection activity. Set aside a few minutes to reflect on what you have accomplished that day, no matter how small. Acknowledge each task, watering plants, preparing a meal, or finishing a puzzle, as an achievement. Time, 5 minutes, preferably after lunch. Frequency, every day. Purpose. Reflecting on what you've done reminds you of your capabilities, builds confidence, and encourages a proactive approach to challenges. 3. Positive social check-in activity. Reach out to someone who uplifts you, either a family member, friend, or neighbor. Engage in a lighthearted conversation, share a laugh, or exchange stories. Time, 10 to 15 minutes. Frequency, at least 3 times a week. Purpose. Positive interactions boost mood, reduce stress, and help cultivate a supportive social circle that reinforces optimism. 4. Evening, letting go meditation activity. Spend a few moments in the evening letting go of the day's worries through a simple meditation. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, and mentally release any lingering anxieties, setting the intention to leave concerns in the day and focus on rest. Time, 5 to 10 minutes before bed. Frequency, every evening. Purpose. Regularly releasing stress helps clear your mind for restful sleep and fosters a refreshed, positive outlook for the next day. In a world where independence becomes precious, Grandpa Hope's story is a testament to the importance of resilience, choice, and connection. When we gather in support of one another, we create communities where we feel understood and valued. It gives not only us, but also our families peace of mind. Knowing we can rely on each other, even without high pensions or traditional support systems, opens a path to live our elder years in dignity, strength, and companionship. The second one, Michael, 72, has always been a man of action, living each day with purpose and vigor. After decades in a career that had him constantly on the move, retirement brought a slower pace, but his drive remained strong. Life changed 5 years ago when his wife Amelia passed away. Their home, once lively with shared laughter and plans, grew quieter. Yet, Michael chose to stay. This home held memories, yes, but it also held his independence, something he cherished deeply. He spent his days working on small projects, repairing items in his workshop, tending to his garden, and visiting with neighbors who dropped by to chat. His children, who lived nearby, visited often and knew his routines, but they worried he was taking on too much alone. Concerned for his well-being, Michael's son recently introduced him to an elder care service that offered a blend of freedom and support. With a light-hearted nudge, his son explained that this was not about taking away his independence, but about giving him the tools to continue living the life he loved. The service included a regular delivery of groceries, transportation for outings and appointments, and, perhaps most comforting, a check-in system that could alert family members if anything went wrong. Michael's first reaction was a mix of skepticism and curiosity. Yet as he learned more, he realized it offered him a middle ground. Assistance without intrusion. Taking the leap, Michael tried the service, and soon he saw the advantages. Each week, groceries arrived at his doorstep, sparing him trips to the crowded market, and he was free to focus on cooking the meals he enjoyed. On weekends, a driver would take him on errands or to see friends, removing the need for him to rely on anyone for a lift. But it was the emergency check-in that brought his children the greatest relief, as it bridged the gap between their care and his need for independence. Now, they could focus on enjoying their time together rather than worrying over his safety. Michael's life took on a new ease, allowing him to pursue hobbies he once placed on hold. His workshop bustled with projects as he began crafting small wooden toys and model planes for his grandchildren. The care service had freed up his time, but it also renewed his energy. With meals and errands managed, he found the mental and physical space to pour himself into these creative ventures. He shared stories and laughter over these small creations, a reminder that life still held surprises, even at 72. The financial side of the arrangement was something Michael took pride in managing himself. He had worked hard throughout his life, and covering the monthly fee from his savings was important to him. His family had offered to pitch in, but he politely declined, seeing this as a way to honor both his past and his present. This balance brought him a sense of autonomy and confidence, knowing he was actively shaping his days without placing any burden on his children. Each morning, he walked through his home, feeling both the solitude and the freedom it brought. He reflected on the quiet mornings with Amelia and how much she would appreciate the life he had created in her absence. The care he received felt seamless, fitting into his routine without disrupting it. He had discovered a way to live independently while staying connected to his family, showing them that aging could be a time of renewal, not decline. Michael's journey reminds us that elder care can be as unique as each person it serves. It is about honoring lives well lived while giving space for new experiences, even if they come in quieter, more subtle forms. If his story resonates with you, or if it sparks new ideas about how we can support our loved ones, share your thoughts by commenting 1. If it doesn't connect, comment 0, and feel free to add your own stories in the comments below. Each journey holds a lesson worth sharing. If we look through Michael's story, there are some valuable lessons that resonate deeply with anyone who values their independence, connection, and purpose in life. Here are 5 insights we can all take to heart. 1. Embrace your independence, but be open to help. Independence is something we work hard to build over a lifetime, and it can be one of the most fulfilling aspects of getting older. But as Michael learned, accepting a little help doesn't diminish our independence. Instead, it can give us the freedom to enjoy life even more fully. Finding ways to maintain control while using supportive services can be empowering. Letting go of the idea that help means weakness can open doors to a life that is less burdensome and more enjoyable. 2. Balance tradition with flexibility. Holding on to cherished routines or living spaces can bring us comfort and a sense of continuity. Michael chose to stay in his family home because it connected him to precious memories. At the same time, he adapted by incorporating new services into his routine to make life easier. It's about respecting the past while adapting to the present. Staying rooted in what matters most doesn't mean resisting change. It's about finding a balance that lets us honor where we've been while supporting where we're going. 3. Keep your mind and heart active. Whether it's Michael tinkering in his workshop, crafting toys for his grandkids, or enjoying a good conversation with neighbors, staying engaged with activities we love brings meaning to each day. Pursuing hobbies, learning something new, or dedicating time to meaningful tasks gives us a reason to wake up with excitement. As we age, our hearts and minds benefit from being active, engaged, and curious. So we should keep exploring, creating, and connecting. It keeps our spirits alive. 4. Take pride in self-sufficiency, but welcome support. There's dignity in being able to cover our own needs, and Michael found purpose in managing his own care costs. At the same time, knowing that there was support in place gave him the reassurance he needed. The key is to build systems that let us remain as self-sufficient as we want to be, with support ready when we need it. It's not about relinquishing control, it's about creating a safety net that lets us live fully and independently with the confidence that we're prepared. 5. Cherish family connection without relying on it fully. Michael's story shows us how family and independence can coexist beautifully. He wanted to keep his loved ones involved in his life without feeling dependent on them for his daily care. Establishing a healthy boundary allowed him to keep his family connected, but free from worry, letting their visits be times of joy rather than obligation. Fostering close relationships while remaining self-reliant can deepen the quality of time we spend with our families, reminding us all of the importance of connection without overdependence. In the end, Michael's story teaches us that aging can be a graceful, fulfilling journey, one where we grow not only older, but wiser and more intentional. It's about creating a life that feels true to who we are at every stage. The last story we want to share with you is about Aunt Mary, who is now 67, a seasoned woman with life experiences that have shaped her strength and independence. This past year, she marked her 67th birthday, reflecting on a journey that took her from living with her children to finding a place that truly fits her needs. Years ago, Mary worked as a supervisor in a bustling state-owned garment factory, drawing a pension of over $2,700 a month, a reliable support as she transitioned into retirement. She is blessed with two well-educated children, a son who chose to stay nearby to build his career, living in Shingo with his own family, and a daughter who lives farther away, busy raising her two children. Though her family flourished, Mary's life took an unexpected turn when she lost her beloved husband. In the wake of his passing, she faced the uncertainty of navigating life on her own terms once more. Losing her husband brought a sorrow deeper than words, one that shadowed her days and lingered through countless sleepless nights. Her once cozy home turned silent, with every room echoing memories of their time together. Her children, seeing her struggle, reached out, wanting her close. Her daughter, especially concerned, encouraged her to live with them, hoping that family warmth might heal her aching heart. Mary accepted, hoping that this new chapter might ease her grief. Yet, as she settled into her son's bustling household, she quickly sensed the complexities that come when blending lives. Her days filled with childcare, cleaning, and household tasks, she began to feel out of place. While she cherished her grandchildren, she noticed her daughter-in-law's subtle discomfort, and it hurt to feel like an outsider in her own family. Recognizing the strain, Mary ultimately packed her things, understanding that love doesn't always mean living under the same roof. Returning to her own home brought relief, but also a renewed loneliness that weighed heavily. As she flipped through photo albums, the smiles captured in frames felt bittersweet. In those quiet moments, Mary longed for companionship, laughter, and joy. However, something within her sparked the courage to seek new connections. Determined to embrace this next chapter, she reached out to a nearby community center that offered programs for seniors. There, she discovered a vibrant space filled with possibilities. She enrolled in painting classes, a passion she had once neglected, and joined a book club that allowed her to share her love of literature. One day, as if by fate, a close friend mentioned her experience in a hotel apartment designed specifically for seniors. Intrigued, Mary visited, and the moment she walked in, the warmth of the place resonated deeply. The setting was ideal, a harmonious blend of independence and supportive services, where her privacy was respected, but meals, housekeeping, and even social activities were available. Mary did her calculations and found that her pension, alongside a small contribution from her children, could cover her stay comfortably. For the first time since her husband's passing, she felt a sense of peace and stability. She embraced this new lifestyle, relishing the freedom and community she had long sought. Now living in this senior hotel, Mary feels more like herself, enjoying her independence without the obligations of family caregiving. Her days are hers to fill as she chooses, with a vibrant community and the assurance that support is available when needed. This arrangement offers her the best of both worlds, the freedom to live her own life while being surrounded by people who understand and share her stage of life. Mary realizes that finding a space like this isn't just about securing shelter, it's about creating a home where dignity and joy are part of each day. She has learned that independence is essential, even in the latter years, and that it is possible to find environments that respect and enhance that. Here's the advice she likes to offer to others who are navigating life's changes in their later years, drawing from her own journey and discoveries. 1. Seek a living arrangement that feels right for you. Don't settle for a situation just because it seems convenient or expected. Whether it's living with family, staying in your own home, or finding a senior community, take time to explore what truly feels right. Finding a place where you feel comfortable, respected, and free to live on your terms is worth the search. 2. Communicate openly with family. Your family loves you, but they may not always understand your needs. Make sure to talk openly about what you want and what feels right for you. When everyone understands each other's boundaries and desires, relationships grow stronger and there's more space for respect and understanding. 3. Honor your need for companionship, but be selective. Companionship is important, but it's okay to be discerning about who you welcome into your life. Sometimes people won't align with your values or lifestyle, and that's perfectly fine. Find connections that uplift you and bring positivity into your life, rather than settling for something that doesn't feel right. 4. Don't be afraid to embrace change. Life can shift quickly, and even in our later years, change is a part of the journey. Embrace it. If something doesn't work out, like living arrangements or even relationships, be willing to try something new. Flexibility can open up opportunities you might never have considered otherwise. 5. Prioritize your well-being and joy. This is your time to live in a way that brings you peace and joy. Take care of your health, do what makes you happy, and remember that it's okay to put yourself first. When you care for yourself, you're also showing your family and friends that aging with dignity, self-respect, and positivity is possible. This change transformed her outlook. Mary began meeting friends who shared her interests, and with each new connection, her laughter filled the air once more. She became involved in organizing events for the center, a role that gave her a renewed sense of purpose. Her creativity blossomed, as did her friendships, showing her that life could be rich and fulfilling, even in solitude. Mary's journey teaches us the value of seeking not only independence, but connection in our later years. It reminds us that grief can carve spaces within us, but those spaces can also be filled with new experiences, friendships, and joys. If Mary's story resonates with you, or if it sparks new ideas about how we can support our loved ones, share your thoughts by commenting 1. If it doesn't connect, comment 0. And feel free to add your own stories in the comments below. Each journey holds a lesson worth sharing. Living with adult children can work for some, but it requires clear boundaries, understanding, and mutual respect. As parents and children, we flourish when we recognize each other's needs for space and individuality. When we create open channels for communication and set realistic expectations, relationships grow healthier and support becomes genuine. Aging should be about more than just adapting to others. It's about embracing our journey, finding spaces that respect our independence, and ensuring our well-being. By exploring innovative care options like Mary's Senior Hotel, we can shape environments where the elderly feel valued and fulfilled. Through both Michael, Hope, and Mary's narratives, we can reflect on the balance of support and independence, the value of connection, and the need to honor both our pasts and our evolving selves. Let's celebrate these journeys and inspire one another. Because every step we take towards embracing the complexities of aging is a step towards a richer, more meaningful life. In closing, these 3 stories underscore that supporting our elderly loved ones goes far beyond tending to physical needs. It's about honoring their independence, enriching their sense of purpose, and fostering environments where they feel respected and empowered. Each journey we've shared today reveals that there are countless ways to uplift our loved ones as they age, with thoughtful and adaptable care, truly making a difference in their daily lives. We'd love to hear from you. What reflections did these stories inspire? Have you discovered unique ways or encountered challenges in caring for an elder in your life? Please share your insights and personal experiences in the comments below. We're honored to hear each one. Lastly, if you enjoyed these stories, subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt insights on elder care, aging, and how we can all contribute to a compassionate, supportive community for seniors.